Hello, fellow gardeners, and welcome back to Soil Stories. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's close to my heart and foundational to every thriving garden, the very lifeblood of our soil. We're talking about an ancient, mystical liquid that has the power to resurrect dead, barren ground and turn it into a fertile paradise. This isn't a magic potion from a fantasy novel. It's a real, tangible substance that has been used for centuries by master gardeners and agriculturalists to achieve incredible results. I remember when I first started gardening. I had a small patch of land that was more clay and rock than soil. Nothing would grow. I tried everything: fertilizers, compost, peat moss, but my plants remained stunted and sickly. I was on the verge of giving up when an old-timer at the local farmer's market shared a secret with me. He spoke of a living water that could breathe life back into my dead soil. That living water, my friends, is what we now know as compost tea. Compost tea is a liquid extract of compost that contains all the beneficial microorganisms, soluble nutrients, and minerals of its solid counterpart. It's a concentrated elixir of life for your soil, a probiotic for your plants. When you apply compost tea to your garden, you're not just feeding your plants. You're inoculating your soil with a diverse army of bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and nematodes that work in harmony to create a robust and resilient ecosystem. These microorganisms are the unsung heroes of the garden. They break down organic matter, making nutrients available to your plants in a form they can easily absorb. They improve soil structure, creating a loose, friable texture that allows roots to penetrate deep and access water and nutrients. They also protect your plants from pests and diseases by outcompeting harmful pathogens and producing natural antibiotics. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds complicated. I'm just a beginner. But I assure you, making and using compost tea is surprisingly simple. All you need is a bucket, some good quality compost, a source of non-chlorinated water, and an air pump. You steep the compost in the water, aerate it for 24 to 48 hours to encourage the growth of beneficial aerobic microorganisms, and then strain it. The resulting liquid is your very own homemade compost tea, ready to work its magic in your garden. I started using compost tea on my sad little patch of land, and the results were nothing short of miraculous. Within a few weeks, the soil began to change. It became darker, richer, and more crumbly. My plants, which had been struggling to survive, suddenly burst with new life. Their leaves turned a vibrant green, their stems grew strong and sturdy, and they began to produce an abundance of flowers and fruit. One of the most dramatic transformations I witnessed was with my tomato plants. Before compost tea, they were spindly and yellow, producing only a few small, mealy tomatoes. After a few applications of the tea, they grew into massive, sprawling vines laden with so many large, juicy tomatoes that I had to give them away to my neighbors. My carrots, which had been short and stubby, grew long and straight. My lettuce, which had been bitter and tough, became sweet and tender. But the benefits of compost tea extend beyond just bigger, healthier plants. By improving the health of your soil, you're also improving the nutritional content of your food. Plants grown in microbially active soil are able to take up a wider range of nutrients and minerals, which means the food you grow is more nutrient-dense and flavorful. You can literally taste the difference. Furthermore, using compost tea is a sustainable and environmentally friendly practice. It reduces the need for synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, which can pollute our waterways and harm beneficial insects. It also helps to sequester carbon in the soil, mitigating the effects of climate change. By making and using your own compost tea, you're not just creating a beautiful garden, you're also being a good steward of the earth. So how do you get started? The first step is to source some high-quality compost. You can make your own, or you can buy it from a reputable supplier. Look for compost that is dark, crumbly, and has a rich, earthy smell. Avoid compost that is slimy, smelly, or contains large, undecomposed chunks of material. Once you have your compost, you'll need a brewer. You can buy a pre-made compost tea brewer, or you can easily make your own. A simple DIY brewer can be made from a 5-gallon bucket, an aquarium air pump, some tubing, and an air stone. There are plenty of tutorials online that can walk you through the process. When you're ready to brew, you'll add your compost to a mesh bag and suspend it in the bucket of water. You'll also add a food source for the microorganisms, such as unsulfured molasses or fish hydrolysate. Then, you'll turn on the air pump and let it brew for 24 to 48 hours. The aeration is crucial, as it ensures that the beneficial aerobic microorganisms thrive while suppressing the growth of harmful anaerobic ones. After brewing, your compost tea is ready to use. You should use it as soon as possible, as the microbial life will start to decline after a few hours. You can apply it as a soil drench, watering the base of your plants, or as a foliar spray, misting the leaves. Both methods are effective, but a combination of the two will give you the best results. I encourage you to experiment with compost tea in your own garden. Start with a small batch and see how your plants respond. Keep a garden journal and take notes on your observations. You'll be amazed at the difference it can make. It's a journey of discovery, a partnership with nature that will reward you with a bountiful harvest and a deeper connection to the earth. Thank you for joining me on Soil Stories today. I hope this has inspired you to explore the incredible world of compost tea. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more gardening tips and tricks, and share it with your fellow gardeners. Until next time, happy gardening!